It's time for a new journal. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I just finished this one here and I love it. This is a 1939 book called Down Our Street, and it is so pretty with this beautiful light peachy pink color here over the top of the title with this nice blue accents here on top of the beige. Even the little shirt is peach colored. I love it. And then the spine has that beautiful peach color as well. And the black has these wonderful little house and tree images all scattered across the back. It's just lovely. I put a little bit of vintage crochet and fabric down the sides, a little bit of ribbon down here. And I just made the bangle out of some vintage pieces here, vintage beads, and some modern ribbon just to match that. I like things matchy-poo when it comes to bangles. So let me show you the inside. These are the original first pages. This came out of the Buffalo library here. And we've got Mother Goose here in pink on beige, or pink on gray actually. And then these are the first pages of the book. And we've got the publisher's markings here for second publication in 1939. And look at these beautiful first pages. They're adorable. I absolutely love this from 1937. It's a poem to a butterfly with a very pretty image there. Up one pair of stairs. Another vintage crochet pocket. And this is another page from a signature in this book, Our Village. And it's even got the mailman there. My gosh, I just love the colors and the images. Vintage flip chart paper there. And this is a very old plate from the early 1900s. Journaling spot on the back, 1950s Theater Arts magazine. And this is new. So if my brother-in-law is watching, which he sometimes does, I'm sorry, but I am using these. I have a set of about, I want to say 30 or 40 of these. They are from the original Arborite company. Back from about the 40s, we figure. And this one is rare because it's double-sided. So they had a sample of the Arborite on each side, and that would have been used for your countertops back in the day. And those would have been salesman samples. So you can do anything you want with that, but it lives in here now. And you're going to see me using those a lot coming up. Sorry, Jonathan. And here is a little vintage playing card, little mini one. And I like this pocket because it came out of a 1904 book, Whitman Poetry, and it's called Little Acts of Kindness. And then I overtopped it with this page topper here from another antique book, but I love that. I really do. And this is another geography book here. Page. It's another one of these wonderful minerals from the earth pages. I love the images. And then over here, I just did a collage of a bunch of antique paper. And there's that. I love this. Look at this wonderful. It looks like the Rockettes up there. I hope it is. This is a greeting card cover, and I don't know the date, but I do know that it's pen and ink, and I can sort of tell by the script that it's probably from the 30s. A little hidden journaling spot up here, and this is a antique or vintage, I'm not sure, school book students writing of a project they did there. And then just some really fun clusters, and this great photograph here of a regatta. So there's the boats out there down the river. And that's on its original photo album paper. And it's just a wonderful little poem here, a little sparrow here, and another one looking at him here. I stamped that one onto the flip chart paper. And then this is a great page here from the 30s. And this is a floating pocket here. This is a plate from the 1800s. It's really very lovely. And I just put more antique paper on the back. And I took this bird page here of a Romany book and put some antique paper on the back of that. So lots of journaling spots there. Just a little bit of a dangle there. And then I've got some early 1900s banknotes here, double-sided. And they're really quite lovely. This is a really fun how to make things to make and do for children or for children. And this was on pull toys. This is from the early 1900s on English costumes, and it's under its original onion paper. It's a great plate. Look how colorful that is. There's another one of those project pages, and this is an antique book page as well. And this pocket here also from the early 1900s. It's the little girl helping a bunny in the water. It says a friend in need. And this is also from a vintage children's book, Colony of Bumblebees. And I love that. So I turned the back into double pockets for journaling. And this is a great page from 1953 yearbook. Look at that. Library Council and the Traffic Squad. Traffic Squad? I've never heard of that. But in Rochester, they had traffic squads at their schools. And this is a very pretty receipt from 1953 from the Boston Bakery. Look at the little swan there. Love it. Or a duck. They're famous for their ducks in the fountains there, aren't they? There we go. Another wonderful children's book page here. Look at this. I love it. I've got some fun clusters. I made this out of an antique book interior spine, and this is another one of my 1890s. Oh no, sorry, this is 1915 Girls Own Annual. I love the image down here. We've got the swans and the ducks on the shoreline, and then a beautiful image here of the countryside. So a little belly band pocket there. Put that in. And another pocket made out of some crochet doily. I've got a full doily on this one. And then this is just a really cool piece I pulled out of a 1940s magazine. I just thought it was fun, from the Theater World, that one's magazine. And over here we've got a really fun children's page image. And this is another children's book page of the Grand Canyon. And I made this here from, oh my gosh, this is really early. I want to say this one, 1920, September 5th, 1920. There we go. Very cool. And this is from 1926, Demarest Family Magazine. And this is one of the few full color pages, double-sided. Look at these fashions. I kid you not, I would wear all of these, all of them. Look at these. Holy cow. This is a real prize, this page. So whoever gets this journal, yay for you. This is just a really cool French dictionary, and it is antique. And on this side, I just put some of this wonderful marbled paper from an 1800s masterpiece book I have. It was humongous, so it was crumbling like crazy. So I thought, I'm not throwing it. I'm using every little scrap. Some journaling here, and just some really fun images from the dictionary that I wanted included there. And of course, we have the vintage botanical pages, which are still in the rose chapter here. That's that 1904 page. And this just came out of a really fun children's book. It was just such a fun, whimsical image of a tiger holding an umbrella in the jungle. I loved it, so I kept it. Another little acts of kindness up here, and a wonderful 1930s children's book image here. And I just put the bow because it matched the black ink. I made this out of some vintage fabric that I had with some writing on it, and it's just got some scrap antique paper in here. Little journaling booklet. Another children's book page here from the 30s. The Happy Family, pulled that from a book. And this is another interior spine from the early 1900s, which is really cool because it's still on its fabric. 1904, this book page here with a rare blank fuzzy piece. Another children's book page here from the 30s. And then this is another sweet little page here. Put some antique paper here. And this is some of that vintage. I got a bunch of blank vintage children's school books, workbooks. So lots of those fun little pieces there that you can journal on. Another young folks at home page, and this wonderful, speaking of roses, this wonderful early 1900s, pre-1910 plate from Botanical Rose Book. And do people like you? I just think that's hysterical. These two girls are discussing it. Okie doke. Another fun cluster, antique book page. Just another fun antique topper. And that brings us to the end. So that's going on Etsy now, hyperstamper.etsy.com. I hope you subscribe and visit me again soon. Thanks.